What is going on, everybody? It's Pastor Ethan here for another episode of the Truth Is podcast. Today we are joined by a junior at Nearland High School. Give it up for the one, the only, Bella Porter. Bella, how you doing?
Good.
All right, Bella. So you know how this goes, just some rapid fire questions. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
First thing that pops up in your head. All right.
Okay.
So, favorite fast food restaurant?
Sonic.
Favorite color?
Pink.
Pink. Favorite sport?
Basketball.
Worst like job you would never want to have.
Those people that pick up the dead animals off the side of the road.
All right, that is a job you would not want to have.
No, it's not.
All right, Popeyes or KFC?
Popeyes.
All right, Waffle House or IHOP?
Waffle House.
Good answers. Good answers. All right, Bella. So I know a little bit about you, but why don't you tell everyone else just something about you?
I go to Nearland High School. I'm a varsity cheerleader. That's basically it.
All right, varsity cheerleader at Nearland High School. Are there like positions in cheer?
For stunting, yeah.
Okay, so what would like your position be?
So like there's 4 different positions in the stunt group. There's 2 bases that hold the feet. There's one top girl, flyer, and the last position is the one I'm in. It's normally the tallest people on the team. And they hold their ankles and keep their feet together at the back.
Okay, what's that called?
Back spot.
Back spot. Like a spot on your back. Okay, got it. So, is that fun? Is cheer fun?
Yeah, I think so. It's fun at football games. Practices aren't very fun.
Practices aren't fun. Well, I feel like this is every kind of sport. Practices aren't fun, but actually playing in the game is. All right, Bella. So as you know, we're going through Pastor Ron's devotion, the plain truth, and we are on day 10. All right, 11. Man, one of those days. Day 11. And our truth is, destiny neither waits nor depends on any one person. All right. Destiny does not wait or depend on you. It's just gonna happen. All right. So let's jump into our scriptures. Esther 4:14. For if you remain completely silent at this time, relief and deliverance will arise for the Jews from another place. But you and your father's house will perish. Yet who knows whether you have come to the kingdom for such a time as this. In 1 Kings 18:21, and Elijah came to all the people and said, how long will you falter between 2 opinions? If the Lord is God, follow him. But if Baal is God, Baal it is, follow him. But the people answered him not a word. All right, so the first scripture. Breaking it down a little bit. So you have Esther. They come to Esther, they're like, look, you got free. You have to free us. All right, and she's kind of like in that, I don't know. It's really, she has to go make a petition to the king.
Yeah,
It's kind of the
she's
thing.
kind of scared.
She's just kind of, she doesn't know what's gonna happen to her. And basically they're like, well, here's what's gonna happen if you don't. Not good things.
Yeah.
Because they were like, if you don't, someone else will. So when you read that scripture, when you hear that scripture, what's kind of the first thing you pull from that?
Just that God gives us things God has things for us that he wants us to do. And it's not that we're the only ones that can do it, but that it's for us to do.
Yeah, there's things, it's for you. If you don't want to participate, he'll find someone else. In the next scripture, it's Elijah, he's talking to people, and he's like, how long will you go between these 2 things? If God is God, follow him. If he's not, and this other thing is, follow it. And they just keep going back and forth, and they're not making up their mind. Have you ever been in a situation where you've been stuck between 2 things and you kind of just don't know where to go? It's pretty common.
It happens a lot.
Yeah, you're just like, I don't.
Trying to figure out where to eat every day.
Yeah, you're between,
So I'm
Popeyes or
super-
KFC.
yeah.
And then you're like, well, Popeyes is a whole lot better, so we're gonna pick Popeyes and not KFC. But it's like,
And then some friend wants to go to KFC, and they're wrong.
you're like, at that point, you have to correct your friends, but that's a different topic. All right. So our actual devotion for today says, when Esther was faced with the dilemma of going uninvited before the king to intercede for the Jews, she wrestled with her fear. In this story, her cousin and guardian, Mordecai, revealed to her lasting truth. If you persist in staying silent at a time like this, help and deliverance will arrive for the Jews from someplace else, but you and your family will be wiped out. Who knows, maybe you were made a queen for just such a time as this. Destiny neither waits nor depends on any one person. God has a plan, He will succeed, and we have a chance to participate. If, however, we choose not to participate, God will succeed anyway, only He will use someone else. Instead of seeing the devotion, it kind of breaks down that scripture a little bit more. But the part I want to jump into is this last part is God has a plan. True?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He will succeed.
True.
Yeah. And we have a chance to participate. Why is it so often that people don't choose to participate in God's plan?
They feel like it might not best benefit them in that moment. They want something else.
Yeah. All the reasons. That one and fear.
Yeah, she was
Like
scared to go before the king.
Esther was afraid. She was afraid to go uninvited before the king and make this petition. When we think about it, either it's we think we know best, which we don't, or we're afraid because it's unknown. But God's like, I have a plan. It's gonna happen. Be a part. If not, someone else will. So our prayer for today says, "Oh God, I do not want to miss the day of my greatest service to you and the blessings for which you have created me. Help me to realize my calling and to stand ready to be used when you call." Again, just every day, these prayers are just something that we can constantly and consistently pray that are tied to things that we face in life. Allow us to be used for the calling that He has for our life. God, let me be a part of your plan. God, let me do this. I wanna participate in this. So Bella, if you had one takeaway from today, what would it be?
That God may be giving you an opportunity. You might be choosing not to. You just don't want to. You should look for those. Because it's not that it's His will, so it will be done. It's just better for us to participate.
A lot of times we think, well, is God not using you, or are you choosing not to be used by either not listening or not wanting to follow His plan? All right, Bill, so as we close out, is there anyone you want to say hi to, give a shout out to, anyone that any words of wisdom you want to share?
No.
No? That's all good. All right, well, I'm Pastor Ethan, this is Bella Porter, and this has been a great episode of the Truth Is podcast. We'll see you next week for another episode.